Hmm.
Who forgot their promise? I was beginning to think you'd forgotten about me.
Please tell me the dog isn't talking.
What? Is that dog talking to us?
Relax, no need to look so surprised. I take it this is the first time you've seen me in this form?
He turns into a dog.
Huh. So you didn't see anything like this when you were in Liyue Harbor?
It's really pretending this is normal, huh?
Ah, now that you mention it, this does suddenly seem less out of the ordinary.
Wait, did we see this before? I mean, Zhongli, sure. But anyone else? But it still doesn't really add up. I know a dog when I see one. Why would we try to make this sound like a bad thing? I don't know.
Alright, I've had my fun.
God. Okay. Had me completely fooled. Had I actually been in the room, I would have known the voices coming from behind.
Hey, you're this close to getting an ugly nickname, mister!
My month's not been too bad.
Well, I've had some time to kill, given that I've been waiting here for you for so long, as was the case in Rito. So I came up with this little fun greeting for when you arrived.
Thanks.
But in all seriousness, I would like to apologize about that little test you went through earlier, though it was quite necessary.
No, it wasn't.
It helped us determine whether or not to bring you before Miss Kamisato, and whether you had the courage to face the lightning alongside us.
We want to see the lightning. That's the only thing we want. That's why we're here. We said that's our intention, so just show us the lightning. Why the courage to face it we already have. But to get to Kamisato? Why is that so important?
Don't think that Paimon's gonna forgive you just because you're getting all serious now.
I mean Ayaka, not Kamisato.
Sorry, did I overdo it? My apologies.
Yeah,
Let me just say
in what
this.
way?
You've often found yourself skirting the rules from the very beginning, haven't you?
So?
Naturally, this is due to your unwavering and resolute determination. A long time ago, we had a friend who was much the same, but when the lightning struck... Ah, so you've heard of his story.
Damn, should have waited for the sneeze, but I don't want to keep waiting in case it didn't come.
His light still burns all the more brightly.
But he had the courage to face the lightning. In fact, he took the lightning. So will we be allowed to meet the... I need to remember this wording, because I misunderstood it for the lady who just helped us get out of Rito. Shirasagami? Shirasagami? Himegimi.
Yes, of course.
Not sure I'll
I will
remember.
bring you to the Kamisato residence where the Yashiro Commission is located.
Okay.
But before that, there is one other place I was hoping you both would accompany me to.
Where?
Oh? Where?
I would like you to come with me to the statue of the omnipresent god. It's still under construction now, but you can already see it from practically anywhere on Narukami Island.
Statue of the Omnipresent God. Is that a mistranslation? Because that doesn't sound like it's Baal, nor does... Oh, well, sorry, not Baal. It doesn't sound like it's referencing Baal. Well, it does sound like it is, like... I mean, it kind of does, because it's the, eternity and omnipresent, but... Why? Is this a mistranslation? Did they mean to word it this way? Unless the omnipresent God is different from the God of eternity. And they're slightly different definitions they give them. Dog has a name, and I can talk to the dog. Woof. Can you understand me? Who's an handsome doggy you are? No. Can you understand me? Woof? Have you met someone who smells like me before? Ah. Can I sign a contract with you to work here? Why would we work in a tea house, though? We got things to do. Woof. Is that bad? It sounded like a no. Take a trip to the statue of the omnipresent God. But I like the pottery that I've seen around places. Very pretty. This place.
What could be next?
She doesn't seem local. She kind of seems like she's from Leeway. And she's outside of Rito. Maybe I'm... Oh, she's a researcher. Maybe she has special privileges. I'll have to find that out for myself later, once I actually get to talk to them in private. Whoops. Have I gone the wrong way to get to the statue? I don't think I have.
We're way behind schedule.
Man, this is taking a while to get going. I'm sure I'm extending it past where it needs to... How soon we get things done. Is that on her chest, that necklace, not familiar? It kind of looks like a, oh, I forgot what they're called. They're like Animo, and they got rock formations around them, and they fly around. Maybe not.
This area sure feels gloomy. People probably don't come here often, do they?
I mean, it's new. Maybe it'll look better later.
Huh? Are Paimon's eyes playing tricks? Or are there things embedded in the statue?
Is that so unusual?
Visions.
Visions?
Visions? You mean all the visions that are collected from the Vision Hunt degree are put into the statue?
So you've already heard of the Vision Hunt decree.
Why did the Shogun issue the Vision Hunt decree? I want to know as well.
Before I try to explain, I should perhaps remind you first that Mondstadt is the city of freedom, and Liyue is the city of contracts.
Mm-hmm.
As for Inazuma, it's known as the Nation of Eternity.
I'm not quite sure I understand the full meaning behind that.
The Raiden Shogun is both the nation's most powerful ruler and its deity.
Mm-hmm.
The Eternity in question is her endless and unchanging will to rule over Inazuma.
Okay.
As such, She relies on the Tri-Commission to regulate the nation's affairs and the Sakoku Decree to limit the people's movement.
Oh, so not just rule over, she wants to control people as well? For what need is that?
The Shogun wishes to keep Inazuma in stasis, allowing the stream of time to flow from one end to the other without disturbing it for all time.
Okay. She just a bit of a control freak? There must be a reason.
Seems like every god has their own will.
Of course, this is my own limited understanding. As for the reason behind the recent Vision Hunt decree, perhaps the Shogun believes that visions grant people the power to change, and that her eternity doesn't allow for such instability to exist.
That and the other meaning that people don't get told about by the gods, I guess, that it offers you an opportunity to ascend to godhood just by owning a vision. I wonder if that's ever happened to anyone. Instability.
Whatever the case, the fact is that the Raiden Shogun has dispatched the Tenryo Commission to scour the nation for visions, embedding each one in this statue.
They don't look like visions. They just look like gemstones. They're kind of missing their element, unless there's a reason it's not there. So they've only collected like 8 or 10 visions. I assume there's a special way to continue to embed them.
And this statue of the omnipresent god can be seen as Inazuma's symbol of eternity.
Maybe it's like Connect 4, you drop one in like on the top of the wings and it falls down to the bottom and it just keeps collecting. Maybe the statue's hollow and it's actually like a piggy bank Connect 4, which just keeps dropping to the bottom and they just keep collecting at the base. Or maybe there's some obviously magic involved. I'm not quite sure I understand in what way it's put in. And this statue of the end can be seen as Inazuma's symbol of eternity.
But if that's the case, wouldn't you say that the Raiden Shogun is being, oh, I don't know, selfish?
Only outlanders such as yourselves would ever dare speak out so directly against the Raiden Shogun.
Yeah, can we be more careful? It seems like we're closer and closer to what look like higher groups of people with power.
And yet, I agree. The Vision Hunt decree is something that simply should not exist. And Miss Kamisato has been committed to fighting it since the day it was announced.
Huh? It's nice of her. What the heck?
Huh? Hey, are you okay? You look like your mind is elsewhere.
I didn't know if that was like a language that I didn't understand. Yeah, I didn't hear the voices either. Or they were distorted and I couldn't understand them. I wished some of that, I couldn't read some of that writing.
Sound?
All
What
of the
sound?
writing.
I didn't hear anything. Did something happen?
Yeah, you touched the statue, and then what?
Aspirations?
Huh.
That would seem to confirm the saying. Have you heard it before? That when a person's ambition reaches a certain strength, the gods look upon them with favor. That is where visions come from. In other words, a person's vision represents their ambition. So if what you just said is true, then the ambitions of these people are stronger than I imagined.
A vision symbolizes ambition? In a way. A vision is an item that grants power as recognition for the ambition, I thought.
Alright, time for the next stop on our tour of Narukami Island, the Kamisato residence.
Finally!
Yeah. It would be nice to end it somewhere. Like to meet
Next on the agenda.
Ayaka before continuing. Before taking a break, I mean, and then continuing.
Next on the agenda.
I don't know anything about Japanese culture, so I don't know what this is, but this is so cool and interesting to look at. I really like this. I won't spend too much time here, but I will spend a lot of time just looking at a lot of the stuff I see. How far is this? Goodness. Perhaps I should have, oh no, that's a long way around. Not that, oh man. Is that the house? Okay. How pretty, how pretty. Huh. I remember the developers spoke about reducing the amount of what's it called? Element related puzzles.
Let's play.
I guess that's one of the rare ones you'll find. So this is the new music.
Wouldn't gliding be faster?
Wow, it's got pretty. It's kind of like what's the place called with the Crimson Witch? Where it gains its own particle effects and atmosphere. What the hell is that? That's not.
Are you here to play with me?
I don't want to kill him.
Look at me. Just once.
Oh no, I lost him.
Next on the agenda. We're way behind schedule.
Oh man. It's okay. I'll find him later.
We're way behind schedule.
Oh. I'm probably just doing some sort of thing that'll give me a chest, but... So I'm kind of wasting time here, but... Huh. I think this time I lost him. Unless the one I refound was what didn't refind was actually just a new one. Oh man, I think there was a more correct way to travel here. Which would have been a bit more picturesque than me just gliding away from and escaping slimes. Oh. Can we use these to sit ourselves? Well, it would have been cool to have a new sitting position instead of just a chair one where we go on our knees with our hands on our lap or something. Sitting upright and proper. Huh? They're not gonna question me just entering the Kami-Sato house. It's a bit questionable.
So, this is the kind of place where the big shots of Inazuma live, huh? Paimon kinda expected it to be snazzier.
A Dawn Winery? Hell no. That's just pretty normal. It's just a mansion, but the Jade Chamber was insane.
Welcome at last to the Kamisato residence, honored guests. Miss Kamisato is delighted to finally meet you.
Is this the Shirasage Himegimi you keep going on about? So, where's she at? Oh, behind the screen?
Yes. As the daughter of the Yashiro Commission, this is how Miss Kamisato is accustomed to receiving guests. Consider it a time-honored tradition within the Yashiro Commission. Forgive me if this is an unwelcome surprise.
I wouldn't say unwelcome. I don't really mind. I mean, she can do what she wants, but it is still a surprise considering she considers me to be the honored guest. So surely it would be different when it came to me, but guess not. I think I understand. No, of course not. It's a screen she's hiding behind. It's slightly anticlimactic, I guess. Anyway.
Makes sense. She's a super important person after all.
Does it make sense? Sure.
Please forgive my lack of courtesy for receiving you in this fashion, especially following such a long and wearisome journey over the sea.
Could have been worrisome, but it was just we skipped the entire journey through just like a fast forward cut to the next part, which was Inazuma. It's nice for her to realize there's a lack of courtesy from her part here, though.
I have awaited your arrival with great anticipation, and Toma assures me that you do indeed possess the power to change the tide of the times. At present in Inazuma, in the name of the Vision Hunt Decree, the people's aspirations are being senselessly trampled underfoot. Though the Yashiro Commission serves the Shogun, it is the people with whom we share close bonds, given the contact we are required to have with them in the performance of our duties. A commission's power rises and falls with the trust of their people. Thus, we cannot remain indifferent to this situation without also remaining indifferent to our own fate. Traveler, lend us your power, and we can...
We're super cold about this, sure, but yeah, she's still right to try to get onto the correct path. Like this whole time during the game, we've helped everyone and just wasted time and done things completely unrelated to helping our brother and trying to find him. And now that we know he's with the Abyss, I guess that's all we want. We just want that now. I'm glad that the writers are taking the brother situation more seriously in terms of the dialogue choices, because we could really get lost in such irrelevant things before. Like, you'd forget the game was even about the traveler trying to find their brother. Not their brother, their sibling, depending on who you picked.
Oh.
See, milady, it's just like I said. This will take us nowhere.
No, please! Wait! Please, don't go!
Huh.
I will introduce you to the Raiden Shogun on one condition. You must fulfill 3 small wishes on my behalf.
Yeah, a lot of people want to have their wishes fulfilled. Ayaka seems to have 3 wishes. I hope they're not hugely difficult wishes, considering The ones we've heard so far.
What are your wishes?
They pertain to three whose visions were taken from them. Perhaps once you've met them, you will understand.
A warrior who guards a village, a former samurai who helped carry out the Vision Hunt decree, and a swordmaster determined to become the best in the world. Does Paimon got that right?
Correct. Please do all you can to help them. I will await your return here.
Is this a tall order? It depends on what. You're just helping out 3 people. I'll do as she wishes, because this is still a way-in.
Then you have my gratitude.
This is a trade system. It's not a gratitude thing. It's not for free.
I'm sure you'll do great.
Thanks, Toma. Right after being like, see you, lady, this will get us nowhere. Like, stop. I've written you out of my good books ages ago, and you only just perfectly make that worse with this situation. And I could try to walk around the corner, but I feel like that is inappropriate. And Paimon might be like, let's explore that section later. Or something more. Man, they're really making me go through a lot of things just to get on with it. I guess.
Let's see. Where's the person Ayaka told us about?
Why are you doing this? Why leave all of a sudden, after all these years?
Precisely. It's much too sudden. We've had no time to prepare. The children are desperate for you to take them out to play. Please, we urge you to reconsider.
Doesn't sound like it's this guy's problem, but unless it's their dad or something.
Must be the guy Ayaka told us about.
Why
Let's
must
go
it?
over and see.
Apparently it must be. Ask the crowd for news.
Ah, you must also be here to try and convince Tejima to stay. Tejima has protected this place ever since he arrived here 30 years ago. Keeping out the treasure hoarders, fending off any monsters that draw near, resolving quarrels between the villagers. He has put an enormous amount of work into looking after this place, and we all think the world of him.
Well, if he's done all of that for you people, I guess I don't have to question why he came 30 years ago, which makes it sound like maybe he just migrated, is why they allow him. Like, I guess not everyone who's moved here has to be an outlander.
But now, all of a sudden, he says he plans to leave us. We can't help but wonder, was it something we did?
Perhaps you should ask, instead of wondering.
We will gladly apologize if that's the case. All we want is for him to stay.
All you want is making it sound like it's a small thing to ask for when it's not really your choice. That kind of rejects his reasoning from the beginning to have that as your intention. So why the change?
If you want my opinion, something to do with the Vision Hunt decree. It's clear that Tejima had done nothing wrong, and still they confiscated his vision. After that, he became a completely different person.
Interesting. I wonder if they do become different, though, is why it's interesting. Maybe it's not that interesting.
I can't claim to fully understand it, but I could tell that he'd lost something very important to him. He went off on a walk, alone, circled the village a few times, And then, out of the blue, he announced that he was going to leave and become a wanderer. Truth be told, we aren't sure whether trying to keep him here is the right thing to do. But equally, it doesn't feel right to let him leave when he's in this state. He's a lost soul.
I see. I can get behind this guy's reasoning for not letting him leave, though he may want to. Just in case, to make sure he's okay before leaving. It's not like they'll try to take anything else. They've already taken his vision, which is all they wanted.
Seems like he's a well-respected guy around here.
Right. Let's hear it from him.
You must be Tejima. So what's made you want to up and leave all of a sudden?
Me? It's not a question of why I want to leave, but a question of what reason I would have to stay.
The people who depend on you. And yeah, I assume if he cares about them. You've lived here for a long time. Is that agreement? That sounds like an implied agreement. Yeah, everyone here.
True,
Yeah.
but that's not why I chose to stay here.
Oh. Then why?
And what made me want to come here 30 years ago? And why have I never wanted to leave in all that time?
I mean, it sounds like things have progressively gotten worse, but it sounds like the man's confused.
I don't have answers to those questions because I can't remember anymore. Ever since they took my vision away, it's like a slice of my memory is gone.
Jeez, okay. Interesting.
In the past, I knew I wanted to stay here. But whatever resolve I had then, it's gone now. So I thought, what's to stop me from moving around instead? The emptiness inside me will be there either way.
To help this guy, we need to either get his vision back in the hopes that his memories will come back, or have a chat with the Raiden Shogun to be like, hey, this guy has lost his memories. Which will change the dynamics of, of the people from Inazuma. It will become the opposite of what she wants, because it won't be like easy sailing, because people will all have Alzheimer's and be confused if they used to have a vision, and that's going to change what happens around the area. So I feel like this is bad even for her, so perhaps she could consider looking into it.
Okay. Well, in that case, if we help you rediscover the reason you chose to stay, you won't need to leave anymore, right?
Yeah, because it's creating instability. Well, not the reason, but his memories are gone.
But if you can't remember anything, it's not gonna be easy.
Remembering isn't really the same as feeling and believing it, though. Because if he can't find the reason now, like, even if he knows why he stayed, man's not feeling it anymore. Which is different from just knowing things.
Oh, maybe if you just try a little harder to remember, then it'll all come flooding back?
Yeah, man.
Oh, that reminds me. Last time I brought Tejima some fruit, I do believe I saw him writing in a diary.
I keep a diary? If you say so. I honestly can't seem to remember.
Oh, yes,
Okay.
you do. And what's more, I remember you saying at the time that you wanted to make a note of a few interesting things. Things which would prove very important at a later date.
Jeez, okay. Interesting.
So if we want to keep Tejima from leaving, we just need to find his diary. It must be around here somewhere. Let's take a look.
Let's go in his room.
If you don't mind, we will leave you to find the diary. We should head back to the village to inform the others of Tejima's situation.
Find the clues. I think I'll stop here for now. I've been recording for a while and I'd like to upload this in a timely manner, so... Much as we've made... I think I've made a decent amount of progress, but that's just my opinion. Oh, whoops.
This looks like Tejima's diary, alright.
I thought it was just... okay.
Let's see what we have here. Today, the villagers and I got together to cook dry braised salted fish. I messed up and burned mine a little, so I had to pretend that it was black snakehead instead. Today, I helped rescue a kid who had fallen in the water. After I pulled him out, he told me that his best friend Bamboo was still in the water. I searched the water the whole afternoon before finding out that Bamboo was the name of his pet crab.
Okay.
I went kite flying today. The string broke, so I chased after it as fast as I could. I soon realized I was never going to get it back, so I just found somewhere to sit and watch as it flew away into the distance.
Okay. Guess we'll have to go through very carefully, because at some point something important should be there.
Seems like your average diary of daily village life. Huh?
It was kind of interesting, though. Yeah, obviously, didn't just write 3 things.
I went to pray at the shrine again today and stayed there a while. The Omamori you gave me has faded a little, but it is still my most treasured possession. Now that's the kind of info we're looking for. Time to pay a visit to the shrine.
I don't know what no memory is, unfortunately. So I'm a little bit confused. Anyway, as I was saying, I'll continue this at a later time. Actually, I don't want to... Yeah, I'll continue this later. For now, I'll take a break, render these parts and have them for people to see, since it's early still. So yeah, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoy and continue to enjoy. So yeah, see ya.